Some moments change a life not with loud drama, but with one quiet sentence spoken at the right time. This is a story about a man who thought he understood love, until a stranger's honest question gently broke his walls and taught him what kindness truly means. Before we begin, take a second to support the channel. If stories like this touch your heart, please subscribe, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments. You're watching Heartfelt Moments, where real emotions and simple kindness come to life. Jason Miller was 39, successful, and tired, not tired in the way sleep fixes, but tired in the way disappointment settles deep in your chest. He lived in a quiet suburb outside Chicago, drove a clean black sedan, and worked as a senior project manager for a construction firm. On paper, his life looked solid. Good job. Nice house. No debt. But love? Love had slipped through his fingers more times than he cared to count. After a painful breakup 2 years earlier, Jason stopped believing in the one. He dated casually, avoided emotional risk, and told himself he was better off alone. At least alone didn't hurt. One Saturday morning, Jason stopped by a small community center downtown. His company had partnered with a local charity to renovate the building, and he was there to oversee the final inspection. The place smelled like old paint and fresh coffee. Kids' drawings covered the walls. Volunteers moved chairs and laughed softly. That's when he saw her. She stood near the front desk, clutching a stack of flyers. She looked to be in her mid-30s, wearing a simple blue sweater, jeans, and worn sneakers. Her hair was pulled into a loose ponytail, a few strands falling across her face. There was something nervous about the way she shifted her weight from foot to foot. She noticed Jason looking and offered a small, unsure smile. "Hi," she said. "Are you Jason? The project manager?" "Yes," he replied. "That's me." "I'm Emily," she said. "I help run the programs here. Thank you for what your team did. This place means a lot to people." Her voice was calm, but her eyes carried a quiet weight, like someone had been strong for a long time. Jason nodded. "Happy to help." As the morning went on, they kept crossing paths. Emily explained how the center offered after-school tutoring, job counseling, and support groups. Jason found himself listening more than he expected to. During a break, they sat at a small table near the window, paper cups of coffee between them. "So," Emily said with a gentle laugh, "this might sound strange, but can I ask you something?" Jason raised an eyebrow. "Sure." She hesitated, then took a breath. "Do you believe people can help each other find love?" Jason almost choked on his coffee. What?" She smiled nervously. I know. It sounds ridiculous." "No," he said quickly. "It's just unexpected." Emily looked down at her hands. "I help everyone here. I help people find jobs, housing, confidence. But when it comes to my own life, I feel stuck." Jason stayed quiet. "I've been single for a long time," she continued. "And I keep thinking maybe kindness isn't just about giving food or time. Maybe it's also about helping someone not feel alone." He didn't know what to say. No one had ever spoken to him like this before, so open, so honest. Then she looked up at him and said the sentence that changed everything. "Can I ask you one honest question?" Jason nodded. "Are you kind to yourself, the same way you're kind to others?" The words landed softly, but they hit hard. Jason felt something tighten in his chest. He thought about how he avoided deep connections, how he blamed the past, how he'd built walls and called them boundaries. "I don't think I am," he admitted. Emily didn't smile. She didn't judge. She just nodded, like she understood. "That's where love starts," she said quietly. Over the next few weeks, Jason found reasons to return to the center. Sometimes it was work-related. Sometimes it wasn't. He and Emily talked about everything: failures, hopes, fears. She shared how she once begged the universe to help me find love, only to realize she'd never asked herself what kind of love she was ready to give. Jason listened. And slowly, something inside him softened. One evening, after a long day, he stayed behind to help clean up. Emily was stacking chairs when she sighed and sat down. "A long day?" he asked. She nodded. "But a good one." They sat in comfortable silence. "Emily," Jason said, "you asked me if I was kind to myself. I've been thinking about that a lot." She looked at him. "I've spent years protecting myself instead of opening up," he continued. "I told myself I didn't need anyone. But the truth is, I was just afraid." Emily smiled gently. Fear is loud. Kindness is quiet. That night, Jason drove home feeling lighter than he had in years. Weeks turned into months. Their friendship grew naturally, without pressure. Jason started volunteering regularly. He laughed more. He listened more. He cared more. One afternoon, as autumn leaves fell outside the center, Jason handed Emily a folded piece of paper. "What's this?" she asked. He smiled nervously. "You once asked for help finding love. I can't promise anything. But I'd like to try, together." Emily opened the paper. Inside, it simply said, "Kindness first." Always, her eyes filled with tears. "That's the most honest answer I've ever received," she said. Their love didn't arrive like fireworks. It arrived like warmth, steady, patient, real, and Jason realized something important. Kindness wasn't just something you gave to others. It was something that opened doors, healed old wounds, and made space for love to grow. In the end, it wasn't the begging that changed his heart. It was one honest question, asked with kindness. So if you're watching this today, remember, be kind to others, yes, but don't forget to be kind to yourself. That's where love begins. If this story touched you, share it with someone who might need it. And until next time, keep spreading kindness, one honest moment at a time.